People are not drawn to what is common. They are drawn to what is uncommon. They are not moved by what is always there. They are moved by what they must seek. Too many of us confuse availability with value. We believe that if we are always present, always saying yes, always showing up, people will love us more, respect us more, and choose us more. But the truth is the opposite. What is too available becomes familiar, and what is familiar becomes ignored. When you understand your worth, you stop scattering yourself everywhere. You stop offering yourself cheaply. You stop being at the beck and call of everyone who demands your time and energy. You start to separate yourself, to refine yourself, to focus yourself. And in doing so, you increase your value. You see, everything in life that is precious is scarce. Gold is not found on the surface of the street. Diamonds are not lying on the sidewalks. Oil does not gush out in your backyard every morning. Precious things are hidden, protected, and guarded. That's why they are valuable. If you want to be valuable, you must embrace scarcity. You must cultivate uniqueness. You must choose refinement. Being everywhere is not the same as being effective. Being busy is not the same as being significant. If people can get you at any time, if your gift is constantly on display without discipline, they will never treasure it. You have to understand that the world is full of noise. Everybody is shouting. Everybody is selling. Everybody is hustling. The rare voice is the one that stands out. The rare product is the one that becomes premium. The rare individual is the one who rises above the crowd. It's not because they were born different, it's because they decided to be different. They decided not to conform. They decided not to give themselves away cheaply. They decided to master something until they became excellent. That's what makes you valuable. Excellence makes you valuable. Purpose makes you valuable. Clarity makes you valuable. The more you refine your gift, the more the world will pay attention. I want you to understand this principle. When something is valuable, you don't find it everywhere. It is selective. It is guarded. It is refined. Even in your own life, the things you value the most, you protect the most. You put your money in a bank because it is valuable. You lock your jewelry in a box because it is valuable. You store your important papers because they are valuable. So why are you scattering your time, your energy, your talent to everyone and everything without thought? When you realize your own worth, you begin to guard yourself. Not out of arrogance, but out of awareness. Not out of pride, but out of stewardship. Being valuable means you are clear about your assignment. You are not driven by every invitation. You are not moved by every request. You know what you are called to do, and you focus your life around that calling. People who are valuable are focused. They know where to invest their time. They know how to say no. They understand that every yes costs something, and so they only say yes to what aligns with their purpose. That's how you elevate yourself from being common to being significant. Let's take an example. When a surgeon becomes a specialist in one area, maybe heart surgery or brain surgery, the world will fly them in, pay them more, and wait months just to see them. Why? Because they are not everywhere. They have mastered something. Their skill is rare. Their expertise is scarce. They are valuable because they chose focus over distraction. In the same way, when you find your lane and master it, people will search for you. They will wait for you. They will pay for you. Because you are no longer available everywhere. You are valuable somewhere. Do not confuse attention with respect. People can give you attention because you're accessible, but they give you respect because you're valuable. A celebrity may get attention because of their lifestyle, but a person of wisdom gets respect because of their insight. Respect is earned through value, and value is built through discipline, focus, and refinement. If you want to rise in life, stop trying to please everyone. Stop trying to be everywhere. Stop trying to say yes to every call. Start working on yourself. Start refining your gift. Start building depth. Your time is your life. Every time you give away your time, you are giving away your life. If you do not assign value to your time, people will waste it for you. If you do not put a price on your energy, people will drain it from you. If you do not protect your space, the world will invade it. Being valuable is about boundaries. Boundaries tell the world how to treat you. Boundaries communicate self-respect. Boundaries separate the significant from the trivial. When you have no boundaries, you become a public park. Anyone can walk in and dump their trash. But when you have boundaries, you become a private garden. People must be invited, and they must respect the environment. To be valuable, you must invest in yourself. Read books. Take courses. Seek mentors, practice your craft, deepen your knowledge. Improve your character. Sharpen your skills. Grow your emotional intelligence. When you improve yourself, your worth increases. The world rewards value. The marketplace rewards excellence. Relationships reward authenticity. Leadership rewards integrity. All of these things are cultivated in private before they are rewarded in public. You cannot skip the preparation phase and expect public recognition. Preparation creates distinction. You must also understand timing. There is a season to reveal and a season to conceal. Not everything you have should be exposed at once. Even nature hides things until the right season. Seeds stay underground before they sprout. Babies develop in the womb before they are born. Ideas need incubation before they are launched. Don't rush your process. Don't show up everywhere too early. Build in silence. Master in private. Reveal when you're ready. That is how you keep your edge. That is how you maintain value. Many of you are wondering why people don't respect you. It's because you've made yourself too common. You answer every call. You attend every event. You volunteer for everything. You have become the default person. And while your intentions are good, your value is diminishing. People respect what they must wait for. People respect what they must qualify for. People respect what is not easy to access. This is not manipulation. It's the law of value. Scarcity increases desire. Availability decreases it. Look at your own life. What are you doing that makes you common? Where are you scattering your energy? Who are you giving access to that has not earned it? What are you saying yes to that is diluting your gift? If you don't make these decisions intentionally, life will make them for you. You must decide to be valuable. You must decide to invest in yourself. You must decide to guard your time. You must decide to refine your gift. No one will do it for you. And let me tell you something, when you become valuable, you don't have to chase opportunities. Opportunities will chase you. When you become valuable, you don't have to beg for attention. Attention will seek you. When you become valuable, you don't have to lower your standards. People will rise to meet them. That's the power of discipline. That's the power of focus. You become magnetic. You become essential. You become respected. So today, choose to shift. Stop being available. Start being valuable. Stop scattering. Start focusing. Stop being everything to everyone. Start being something to someone. Your life will transform. Your influence will grow. Your respect will multiply. And your future will thank you for it. When you are valuable, You also understand the of preparation behind the scenes. Nobody sees the early mornings, the late nights, the discipline, the sacrifices. Nobody celebrates the unseen hours you invest in perfecting your craft. Yet it is in those hidden hours that true value is forged. Just as a tree comes from the roots you cannot see, your value comes from the character and consistency no one is clapping for. This is why you cannot live your life based on applause. Applause is seasonal. It rises and fades, but value remains. When you build your life on internal standards, when you do the work even when nobody notices, you become rare, and rarity is power. Rarity is leverage. Rarity is influence. People sense when someone has depth and substance. They know when someone has paid the price for excellence. That is what separates you from the crowd. Your relationships also begin to shift when you start prioritizing value over availability. The people who once called you at every hour will notice you're no longer as reachable. Some will complain. Some will accuse you of being distant. Some will track into your old patterns. But you must hold your ground. You are not rejecting people. You are redefining your life. You are creating space for your growth. You are making room for higher assignments. If you're always available for the trivial, you will never be available for the significant. The greatest danger of availability is that it fills your life with small things so there is no room for big things. Every yes to something small can be a no to something great. That's why you must be selective. Value also demands standards. If you accept everything, you will become everything. But if you have standards, you will attract people and opportunities that align with them. Think of a luxury brand. They do not put their products everywhere. They choose locations carefully. They limit production. They do not discount themselves to appeal to everyone. As a result, their value remains high. The same applies to your life. Stop discounting yourself to be accepted. Stop reducing your standards to be included. Every time you compromise your standards, you lower your value. Every time you hold your standards, you raise it. In your career or calling, the same principle applies. If you want promotion, stop trying to be the busiest. Start trying to be the best. Being busy is not a badge of honor. It is often a sign of mismanagement. Excellence, on the other hand, is a badge of honor. Excellence attracts trust. Trust leads to influence. Influence leads to opportunities. Opportunities lead to impact. But it all begins with value. Work on your attitude. Work on your discipline. Work on your reputation. When your name carries weight, doors open for you without you knocking. Even in your inner life, you must apply the principle of being valuable. Protect your peace. Protect your mind. Protect your heart. Do not let every opinion enter your soul. Do not let every distraction invade your focus. Just as your phone has a password, your life must have a password. Not everyone should have access to you. Protect your emotional energy because creativity, vision, and strategy all flow from it. If you are drained emotionally, your gift will diminish. When you are rested, clear, and centered, your gift multiplies. Your value increases when you are whole, not when you are fractured. Be intentional about the environments you place yourself in. Environments shape perception. If you always stay in average environments, people will assume you are average. If you begin placing yourself in excellent environments, people will see you as excellent. Choose ones that stretch you. Choose mentors who challenge you. Choose standards that elevate you. The company you keep and the settings you frequent either dilute or enhance your value. Sometimes the only difference between an overlooked person and a celebrated person is the environment they've chosen to inhabit. And remember, value is not only about skills, but also about character. Integrity multiplies your influence. Honesty protects your reputation. Reliability builds trust. When you combine competence with character, you become unstoppable. People may overlook talent for a while, but they will always reward trustworthiness. When people know they can depend on you, they will prefer you even above more talented individuals. This is how value is sustained over time. Skills may open the door, but character keeps it open. The principle of value also extends to how you communicate your worth. People treat you according to how you present yourself. If you speak small about yourself, if you downplay your achievements, if you constantly apologize for existing, the world will take your cue and handle you lightly. But when you walk with quiet confidence, when you carry yourself with dignity, when you articulate your skills and contributions clearly, people take notice. Confidence without arrogance signals to the world that something rare is standing before them. You don't have to shout it, but you do have to embody it. Your posture, your tone, your decisions all communicate yourself, perception long before your words do. This is why valuable people invest in their presence. They understand that presence precedes influence. Another dimension of being valuable is learning to be strategic about timing. Not every stage is your stage. Not every microphone is yours to hold. Not every audience is prepared for what you have. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is wait. Waiting refines your voice. Waiting clarifies your message. Waiting matures your gift. If you step out too early, you may be dismissed as another noise in the crowd. If you wait until you're ready, you step out as a solution to a problem others could not solve. That's how you shift from simply being available to being in demand. Also, consider how value is amplified by contribution. When you make yourself valuable, your focus is not only on you, but on the difference you bring to others. The rarest leaders are not just skilled, they are beneficial. They solve real problems. They meet real needs. They carry insights that change lives. They bring solutions that remove pain points. The more you serve with distinction, the more valuable you become. But this service must come from a place of strength, not desperation. You are not serving to be seen. You are serving because you have something of substance to offer. That is why building yourself first is critical, so that when you do give, you give quality. You must also understand the economics of attention. In a world where everyone is constantly visible, invisibility at the right time can be your strength. Step back from the noise. Let people miss you. Let them wonder where you are. Let them anticipate your next move. Anticipation is a powerful force. It increases desire. It magnifies value. Even artists release their work strategically to create anticipation. Even companies hold back product launches to increase demand. If you are constantly on display, people stop looking. But if you appear with purpose, people focus. They listen. They lean in. They take you seriously. The company you keep is another signal of your value. Birds of a feather truly flock together. If you consistently surround yourself with people who drain you, diminish you, distract you, your value will erode. But if you place yourself around those who sharpen you, stretch you, and challenge you, your value will expand. Relationships are mirrors. They reflect who you are becoming. If you want to elevate your life, elevate your associations. Do not be afraid to step away from circles that no longer reflect your future. Value attracts value. Growth attracts growth. Excellence attracts excellence. Even in your use of technology and social platforms, be deliberate. Not every moment of your life should be broadcast. Not every thought needs a post. Not every opinion requires a response. When you practice digital restraint, you increase your mystery, and mystery can amplify value. People are drawn to what cannot easily access. They are intrigued by what they cannot fully predict. Reserve your online presence for intentional impact. Use your platforms to position your expertise, not to scatter your energy. Another critical element of becoming valuable is consistency. Scarcity without consistency creates frustration, not respect. You can't disappear and reappear with no improvement and expect the world to honor you. You must be steadily growing behind the scenes so that every appearance is an elevation, not a repeat. Think of a great author or speaker. Each new release builds on the last. Each new project represents a higher level of mastery. Consistency builds trust. Trust builds loyalty. Loyalty sustains value. And do not neglect your health. Your physical, mental, and spiritual well-being form the foundation of your value. If your body collapses, your mind slows, or your spirit dims, your capacity to deliver excellence shrinks. Rest is not laziness. It is stewardship. Eating well is not vanity. It is wisdom. Exercise is not punishment. It is preparation. The stronger and healthier you are, the more you can sustain your gift over time. Longevity is part of value. A shooting star may dazzle for a moment, but a steady light guides generations. So today, the choice stands before you with clarity. Will you continue to be available to everything and everyone, or will you rise to become valuable, rare, refined, respected, and sought after? You cannot be both. Every great destiny requires separation. Every great calling demands focus. Every great legacy is built on the courage to say no to the trivial, so you can say yes to the significant. Stop offering yourself cheaply. Stop scattering your energy. Stop apologizing for having boundaries. Start investing in your gift. Start refining your character. Start building depth. Decide that your life will no longer be measured by how often you show up, but by how powerfully you show up. When you do, you will shift from chasing opportunities to being chosen by them, from begging for respect to commanding it through excellence, and from being merely seen to being truly remembered. Be valuable, not available, because when you know your worth, the world will too.